So perhaps the most important thing when setting a goal for your organization or your team is really deciding who's going to own what. One of the greatest failures I think that sales leaders have, or they masquerade as leaders, is that they'll put a number out there, they'll put an objective out there, but they don't own any piece of it themselves. And because we don't get what we want, we get who we are, right? A combination of who we are and what we're willing to tolerate. What we end up doing when we don't own a piece of our objective, is we send a message that it's really not that important. And what I mean by that is, like, let's say that you've got an account blitz, like where you're going to contact your existing account with the intention of cross-selling and upselling, right? And you've got 1,000 cases or 1,000 accounts that you need to go and see. A huge mistake is not to segment that book of business into by skill set and then take ownership of some element. And the higher your skill set is, the more valuable targets are the ones that you want to personally own. That doesn't mean you steal it from people. That means that you make sure that you're side by side, ensuring that they go successfully, right? And that you take some element of that ownership onto yourself. I think that a lot of times what leaders do is they think that they can create an initiative and sit behind a desk, right? And that kind of sitting, giving orders, supervising, right? That doesn't really work in when it comes to leadership. There's a big difference between management and leadership. Management is getting on a call and asking people what they did and asking them for accountability. Leadership is grabbing them by the scruff of the neck and showing them that you're as committed to their success as they are, right? It's about going in and running into battle with them and showing them the way, right? Demonstrating to them that you have the skills, that you have the ability, that you have the desire and the willingness. And you know what will happen is people will go a lot harder for you. They'll go further for you. They'll work the extra. They'll go the extra mile when it comes down to before the final bell. And this is what great teams do, right? They segment their targets, they take ownership, and they make sure that everybody in the organization has that ownership as well. Ultimately, what ends up happening when you do that is you far exceed your number, right? Like the goal that you set for yourself, you end up being 10, 20% over it. Like you blow it out. And if your organization is one that's barely making it or just missing, you've got to reassess, your level of ownership in the most important activities. And nothing is more important than prospecting. Nothing more important than setting up the opportunities for your team to go and execute in. And if you're a leader, go and own the most important ones, the most valuable ones. Show your team what to do. Don't leave it to chance.